I want to pay tribute to a man named Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey was Vice President of the United States. He ran for president. He was not successful. And he came to the Lyndon B. Johnson School of Public Affairs, where I was a graduate student in government and public affairs. And he gave a speech which was wonderful. Elspeth Rostow gave a fabulous introduction, as did Jake Pickle, our congressman from Austin, Texas at that time. And then at one point, Hubert Humphrey looked around, and he put his hands close to his head, and he said, "I have a question for all of you. How do you make a friend?" And although we had graduates in public affairs and people who had held public office before in the audience, nobody wanted to answer that question. And the point really isn't to make the tribute so much to Hubert Humphrey, but I want to give you his answer, because I thought his answer was brilliant. I've never forgotten it. He said, here's how you make a friend, and it's 3 parts. The first part is you ask for a favor. The second part is that you make sure you ask exactly the right person for exactly the right favor, and that they know they are the right person for that favor. And he said, and the third part is you return every favor 10 times over. And when you think about that, in our world of interconnectedness, Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn, and many other activities, we often use that opportunity to make a broadcast, to tell people what we're doing. Very often we simply fail to take those 3 steps to really make a friend. We don't ask for a favor. Now, you never ask for a favor that can inundate somebody or that they can't do. Sometimes we ask a favor of the person that's just not the right person to ask. And then worst of all, how many of us actually repay favors 10 times over? So, in this short little video about Hubert Humphrey and about how to make a friend, I don't think we're ever going to be at a loss now with information technology and communication allowing me to, when I wrote an article on leaders of leaders and how that was different from leaders of followers, I got a call about 6 months after I published the article from a nuclear physicist in India who said, we have formed a group of 60 physicists, world-class physicists, and we're here to work, based on your article, to work on nuclear disarmament and making sure that the nuclear weapons in the world are well protected and that we don't ever end up in another nuclear war. And certainly he was giving me credit, but you know, at that moment, if he had asked me for a favor, like, will you write us another article or will you participate in a phone or conference call, I would have been more than privileged to do that. And so I just urge you, as you and your business, you know, employees are really volunteers. They're just volunteers that get paid. And as we grow and our economy improves, people will be able to go anywhere. So be sure to ask your employees, ask your fellow board members, ask people in management, ask them to do a favor. Make sure you ask the right person to do the right favor, and always repay those favors 10 times over. I think that's a great and enduring lesson in the world. Thank you.